It's the president TElectrik. And what you say, baby, on your scanner, it was another home invasion?
It was another home invasion today.
And what happened?
The guy came in and raped the woman. They used to come in to steal. Now they come in to harm you.
Do y'all hear that? Another goddamn home invasion. And they raped the woman. This shit really, oof. This shit really pisses me the fuck off. No, they don't did another home invasion. People is trying to celebrate the holidays and bring in the new year, and you can't even do that for these stinking ass, fucking ass savages, man. When will people learn to get armed to protect yourself? What was the details again? They went up. It was a man in the house too?
No, she was there by herself.
She was there by herself, man. Damn! If only she could have been armed. She could have sent that funky, stinking ass savage to Funky Town. I'm so sick of these motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you, y'all need to go out and buy a motherfucking gun and blow their motherfucking brains out when they come up in your house. Because I'm telling you, these fucking ass savages, man, these funky, stinking ass savages mean you no good. I'm telling y'all, listen, the days of them coming in and just tying you up to take your belongings, your valuables, whatever you got of value, them days is fucking gone, man. They coming up in there to rape you, to rob you and rape you, but mainly to rape you and torture you and kill you. Did it say that the woman survived then?
Yeah, she survived. She was one of the lucky ones.
One of the lucky ones, but then again, she gonna be dealing with the trauma of being raped, brutally raped for the rest of her life. I'm telling y'all, please, I'm telling y'all, arm up. And if them motherfucking savages try you, blow they motherfucking heads off. Blow their heads off. I'm not advocating violence. I'm a peaceful, non-confrontational person. But when it comes to me and mine, and you try to break up in my house, break up in my castle, I'm gonna send your stinking ass to Funky Town. It's just that fucking simple. People might be like, well, why are you so violent? Why are you preaching violence? I'm not preaching violence. I'm not. I'm preaching righteousness. I'm preaching that you can't be dependent on the police to protect you when that door get breached. When they breach your door, when they breach that door, seconds matter. Ain't no running to no motherfucking back. Ain't no, I'm gonna pull my switchblade knife out. No, man. The only tool that's going to give you an equal fighting chance is a gun. I don't give a fuck what it is. As long as it go bang, when you pull that trigger, when you pull that fucking trigger and it go bang, that'll get they stinking asses off of you. Work with whatever the fuck you can afford. Work whatever the fuck that you got. Make that shit work. Because if you don't, they gonna come in and work you over. They gonna work your ass over. No, I'm sick of this shit, man. No, I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. This ain't the first home invasion where somebody don't get raped, woman don't get raped, man don't get raped. And it ain't, and unfortunately, it ain't gonna be the last. Cause some people just don't get it. Many people have many reasons. why they choose not to arm themselves, to arm up. But what you got to realize is you got to take your life more serious. Your life it ain't no joke. You're not a joke. Man, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Y'all mean something. You know, you got a life. You have a life. Do you know how many people that is dead in the cemetery wishing they still had their life? Especially the ones that wasn't ready to die. Especially the ones that got took out when they were young. The murder victims. If they can go back, they'll be like, hell yeah, that's the first thing I'm going to do. If you can bring them back to life, the first thing they would do is go to a gun shop and buy them a fucking gun, and maybe they'll just still be alive right now. They'll still be alive because that gun gave them a fighting chance. I need a moment of silence, man. We about to head into the new year. And a lot of people, including my brother, who died, and including my nephew, who tragically was murdered on some senseless violence. I want to have a moment of silence for every murder victim, everybody that didn't make it. Whether you was a murder victim or you died, however you died. I just want to have a moment of silence. They didn't make it to see the new year. I'm going to have another moment of silence for anybody that y'all done lost. Family members, friends, it don't matter. Let's take another moment of silence for them people. I'm going to tell y'all something. Gunfreak Nation, I love y'all. But I need y'all to love yourselves. Life is so precious. Life is so short. You know what? The only thing that separates us from our loved ones that's no longer here, do y'all know what that is? If you said time, you're right, you're correct. And see, the thing is with that, we don't know how much time we got. You know, I can go, my time might be up tonight, tomorrow, next week, next year. We don't know what the new year gonna bring. We don't know what every day bring. Especially with these fucking wild ass savages running amok out here, causing all kind of panic and chaos and running up in people's homes and just raping and pillaging, torturing. It's an evil fucking demonic ass sickness that's going around. Now I bet you, whoever that fucking savage is, he didn't go up in there to steal her vegetables. He probably done cased her house and knew that she was by herself and figured she didn't have a gun and just went up in there and he got what he wanted, which was her. And like my woman said, she's lucky to have survived that he didn't kill her. Because guess what? If he wanted to kill her, he would have killed her. If she didn't have a gun, I don't know the circumstances of it, but apparently she wasn't ready. Y'all gotta be up on y'all shit. You gotta be on your shit. All right? You gotta be on your motherfucking shit. You gotta have your shit together. When I say get you a gun, that don't mean shit if you ain't ready. If you ain't got that motherfucker locked and ready. And you got to be ready in your mind. You got to be mentally prepared to send a motherfucker to Funky Town, and don't ever let nobody get the element of surprise on you. Man, I asked myself, when will it ever end? And my question is, it ain't gonna never ever fucking end, because it's just some people that's gonna just choose not to go and buy a firearm to protect themselves. So I'm telling y'all right now, listen, if you love yourself, if you love your family, don't never put their safety in the hands of the police or anybody else. If you truly a man, you're going to handle that. You're going to go out, you're going to get that gun, and you're going to train with that gun. You're going to shoot that motherfucker at the range, and you're going to be ready to send a motherfucking savage to Funky Town. It's just that simple. If they play with your family, man, because you don't want to go through that shit. You don't want to go through being a victim and watching your woman get raped and your kids molested and manhandled, roughed up. How could they ever respect you? How could you even consider yourself a man? Same thing go for you single women out there. If you love yourself, you got to know that you a target. You got the bullseye right on your back. They really gonna run up in there and do all kind of freaky, kinky ass shit to you. You at their mercy. He gonna whip you up over the head with his gun, make you fall to your knees, and rip his dick out. And put the gun to your head and say, suck it, and if you don't, I will blow your brains out. Then he's gonna bend you over and sodomize you. Stick his dick in your ass. Not your pussy, but your ass. I'm not sugarcoating a damn thing. I'm giving y'all the brutal, honest fucking truth, what goes down. And while he's fucking you in your ass, he's going to be laughing. Bitch, you should have had a gun. Now I'm about to run through you. And it ain't just one. It ain't just two. It ain't just three. We got multiple fucking savages in here. Man, this shit makes me upset. It makes me madder and madder every time I hear about a home invasion, an innocent victim that wasn't even bothering nobody, that's living their life, minding their own business, making an honest living. And you get selected to be a fucking victim, man. No. Don't make it easy for them. Motherfucker, if you want this, if you want my woman, if you want this, motherfucker, I'm gonna make it hard for your motherfucking ass. You gonna have to get through me, you bitch. You gonna have to get through me before you get to her. And I'm gonna be locked and fully loaded, motherfucker. If you want my son, if you want my brother, you gonna have to get through me. I'm the motherfucking first line of defense. And I'll blow your motherfucking head smooth the fuck off if you fuck with me or mine. I don't give a fuck. I'll call 911 and tell them to come pick your stinking ass body up after I don't blew your motherfucking brains out. I'll paint my motherfucking ceiling and my walls with your motherfucking brains, bitch. Don't ever think you gonna come up in TElectrik's house and want to train on my woman and try to fuck me in my ass. It ain't gonna fucking happen. Ha! Listen, y'all gotta be armed. Y'all need to be angry. Y'all need to be angry. If y'all watching this and still ain't got a gun, I don't want to hear no motherfucking excuses, man. It's guns as cheap as $100, a high point. I know no motherfuckers is fidgety and all that and shit, but anything is better than nothing. And I heard it's a 50-50 chance it'll work, man. I wouldn't recommend that, but get what you can afford. Put that motherfucker on layaway or something. You ain't got to have no $1,000 gun. You can get you a Taurus 2C or a 3C or whatever the fuck it's called. Them guns like $250 or less. And I hear they highly reliable. So it's some budget, reliable guns that's out there. Having a can of mace, having a what's that motherfucker? The stun gun, a knife, a bat. That shit ain't gonna cut it. It ain't gonna cut it. You're not gonna win with them motherfuckers coming up in your house bomb rushing you, and they got Glocks with the switches on it, with the extendo mags and the AR-15s and the AK-47, the Dracos and shit. You ain't gonna stand a fucking chance. Man, the world done went to hell in a handbasket. You hear me? Y'all gotta get armed, man. People be like, well, you obsessed, T. You obsessed with guns. That's all you talk about. Nah, I'm not obsessed with guns. I just love them because I'm going to love anything that can protect my life. Help me protect my life. I'm going to love anything that's going to give me a fair chance in defending my life. Those are called equalizers. You understand? Gunfreaknation, man. Another home invasion happened. The young lady was brutally raped in her own home, and I assume she didn't have a gun to fight this stinking ass savage off, man. These motherfucking savages, they don't give a fuck. They out here raping, children, molesting children. They raping old women, young women. They don't give a fuck, man. These fucking demonic ass, horny ass savages, they get off on that shit. It's a power trip to them. They don't already fantasize that shit in their sick ass, disgusting ass heads, what they gonna do. That shit is a movie playing out in their head. They fantasizing about all that raping and shit. And as soon as they act on it and make that fantasy into a reality, their dick is already hard. Now, what's the chances of this savage randomly selecting this young woman? Obviously, man, he had to have known her. He either knew her or been watching her and casing her her house and realized she stayed by herself, and that motherfucker broke up in there with the intention to rape. Baby, and then did it say was anything took during that home invasion? Was anything took, or it was just a rape? Wasn't nothing took. So what that tell you? What that tell you? He got what he wanted. The prize was the young lady. Y'all got to realize that it's predators out there, man. It's fucking savages. They want to rape. They want to rape. Them some of the worst ones. He happened to not be a killer. He was just a raper. But we got rapers and killers. Because some of them don't like to leave behind witnesses. They'll break up in there and murder you, rape you, murder you, and then set your house on fire to get rid of the evidence. If you're a young lady and you live by yourself, first and foremost, I'm going to tell you that I love you. I care about you. But I want you to love yourself and care about yourself to the point to where you want to be able to protect your life, to be ready to protect your body. You know what they say in the Bible, your body is a temple. So you gotta, it's sacred. So you gotta consider yourself worthy of protecting your body. You only get one shot at this in life, man. You only get one life, and you got one shot at this. You fuck up, you can lose your life. It ain't no motherfucking coming back. I don't know not one motherfucker that's been killed, not one person that has been killed, and they don't came back to life. You don't want to lose it, man. Life is too fucking short, and it's too fucking precious. So make sure that you protect it at all times. Gunfreak Nation, I love y'all, man. You know, I wish y'all nothing but the best, man. We coming up on the new year, and some telling me this new fucking year is going to be crazy. You know why? Because it's a fucking election year, and it's going to be all kind of shit hits the fans in 2024. Mark my fucking words. I love y'all, Gunfreak Nation. I know sometimes I get riled up, man, but I'm just a passionate person, man. I don't like to see nobody victimized and just, you know, dead, dirty, and, you know, everybody's life matters. All lives fucking matter. Nobody deserves to be a victim, a future victim. So prevent that. Arm yourselves and make this your number one weapon. Not your gun. That's just a tool. That's just an extension of this right here. Because you got to know how to move. When you are armed, you got to know how to move. And don't you pull that motherfucker unless you ready to kill something. Unless you ready to send something to Funky Town. That's when you pull it. Don't fucking pull it just to show I got a fucking gun. When you pull that bitch, you better use it. Your life better be in imminent fucking danger. Man. Y'all arm up. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's spread the word, y'all. Some of my videos get over 1,000 views. So that should be 1,000 likes. I don't do it for the shit. But the more likes I get, the more YouTube gonna push the content out there. More and more people need to hear this. By all means, no disrespect, but with all of the cursing and shit. But I'm just a passionate person. I really do give a fuck. And you tell me where you heard of a home invasion where the savages come in and be polite and not cursing and all that and shit. You let me know. So I'm gonna give you the real. So if you can't take my cursing, or if I'm too loud, imagine what's gonna happen when them fucking savages get a hold to you. Y'all get savage ready out there. Gunfreak Nation, I love y'all. Stay armed, stay responsible with your firearms, stay righteous, and be ready to send a funky, stinking ass, no good, dirty, low down, stinking ass savage to Funky Town.